hey, it's a live event. Here's a song that you may not know, but the first line or two of the chorus are imminently acquirable in seconds. Here you go. Goodbye, Mrs. Durkin. I'm sick and tired of working. No longer, no more I'll dig the praties. No longer I'll be poor. Sure as my name is Barney, I'm off to California. Instead of digging praties, I'll be digging lumps of gold. In the days when I was courting, I never tired resorting to the alehouse and the playhouse and the other house besides. But they told me, brother Seamus, I'll run off now and get famous. Next time that you see me, I'll have roamed the whole world wide. So goodbye, Mrs. Durkin. I'm sick and tired of working. No more I'll dig the praties. No longer I'll be poor. Sure as my name is Barney, I'm off to California. Instead of digging praties, I'll be digging lumps of gold. I've courted girls in Blarney, from Antrim to Killarney, from Dublin down to Parry, and to the Keys of Cork. But I'm tired of all this leisure, so I'll go to take my pleasure. Next time that you hear from me, I'll write just from New York. Ork! Goodbye, Mrs. Durkin. I'm sick and tired of working. No more I'll dig the praties. No longer I'll be poor. Sure as my name is Barney, I'm off to California. Instead of digging praties, I'll be digging lumps of gold. When I landed in America, I met a man named Burke. He told me if I'd only stay, he'd surely find me work. But work he did not find me. There's nothing now to bind me. I'm off for San Francisco in California. Hey, goodbye, Mrs. Durkin. I'm sick and tired of working. No more I'll dig the praties. No longer I'll be poor. Sure as my name is Barney, I'm off to California. Instead of digging praties, I'll be digging lumps of gold. I'm here in San Francisco, me fortune it is made. The gold waits down me pockets, I'll throw away me spade. Go back to dear old air and spend me fortune never caring. And marry Queen Victoria, Mrs. Durkin for to spite. Right, goodbye, Mrs. Durkin. I'm sick and tired of working. No more I'll dig the praties. No longer I'll be poor. Sure as my name is Barney, I'm off to California. Instead of digging praties, I'll be digging lumps of gold. And good evening to you. Another semi-sing-along. Yes, indeed. It's getting lighter and lighter. It's good. That's good for as long as it lasts. Alrighty. Song number 2. It is this. Okay. I am catching up on requests with a little latency. I've discovered that I know lots of songs, but if I haven't sung them in 20 or 30 years, it's good if I rehearse them. And then I get a handle on them. And then if I just get a handle on them, I find it's good if I rehearse them some more. And then I get good. Okay. This is related to a request. You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they pick, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So look at them and sigh, and know they love you. of tender years can't know the fears that your elders grew by. Feed them with your youth. They need the truth before they can die. And teach your parents well. Their children's hell will slowly go by. Feed them on your dreams, the one they pick, the one you know by. And don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. Just look at them and sigh. Know they love you. Alright, hi people. Oh, wrong pick. I'm just trying to pick up a pick. Here we go. That's all I was doing for the past probably 30 seconds. I should have been telling an amusing story. We'd be on the subject of John Prine even if he hadn't just died. This is an early, very popular, everybody's got a version of this song. I have a version of this song. I am an old woman named after my mother. The old man, he's another child who's grown old. Now if dreams were like lightning and thunder was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to believe in just living, such a hard way to go. Now when I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. Weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. That was a long time back in the distance. Time just keeps flowing by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in just living is a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I can hear them there buzzing. I ain't done much of nothing since I woke up today. Now, how the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening without one damn thing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just show me one thing I can hold on to believe in just living is a hard way to go. To believe just living, such a hard way to go. Cousin Heather. All right, I'm going to mention that once again, the comments on the screen I'm looking at are not scrolling. I can see the first 4, and there they sit. So Sally will inform me of important people who arrive. What? The president? He wants me to get off the air because he's on right now too, and I might be taking, 50 or 60 people away from his important broadcast. Okay. He wants everything. 99.999% of the viewing audience is not enough. Okay. Here is a song. Oh, well, you knew that. You knew that much. This is one that Roy Atkinson and I kicked around. I learned it at a folk gathering from the guy that wrote it. His name is Jim Ritchie, who is immaterial to you except that he did get a song on the B-side of Kenny Rogers' Gambler album called Tennessee Bottles. Not a bad song. And so there you go. But as all music business stories go, he got skunked on the royalties. So he had to continue working as a writer and performer. How about that? And here it is. This is it's a rare item. Okay. It was a good bar tune. That's too fast. I had a friend in the good old days before he got crazy and he moved away. We'd sit in the living room drinking warm wine, listening to the reggae and ruining our minds and singing, turn it up to the threshold of pain. Turn it up till the neighbors complain. Turn it up till you gotta change your name just to stay in the neighborhood. When you play it loud, it sounds so good. We would sit in the living room down on the floor once his young pretty wife was not around anymore, eating shrimp and potatoes, drinking warm beer, listening to the disco and ruining our ears and singing, turn it up to the threshold of pain. Turn it up till neighbors complain. Turn it up till you gotta change your name just to stay in the neighborhood. When you say it loud, it sounds so good. So my friend got religion and he moved to the east on a farm without plumbing and a house with no heat. But he's got a generator and a gallon of gas. For an hour a day he lets the stereo blast. He says, turn it up to the threshold of pain. Crank it up to the threshold of pain. Turn it up till you gotta change your name just to stay in the neighborhood. When you say it loud, it sounds so good. Turn it up to the threshold of pain. Crank it up till the neighbors complain. Goose it up till you gotta change your name to stay in the neighborhood. 'Cause when you play it loud, it sounds so good. There, Tom Ryan. I hear Tom Ryan is aboard.
And Jim says thank you.
And, okay, yes.
For that one, and Donna Madden and Paul Martin are here.
Okay, howdy, folks.
Bill cranked himself up to 11. What do you think?
Okay, you should talk louder, okay, so that I'm not sitting here just receiving, and everyone can be as amused as you are, and I am. Someone's talking off to the side, and he's laughing. I wonder what they said. Okay, cool. I was going to say to Mr. Ryan, you can see how high my repertoire and attitude have risen since the days when we were in that psychedelic folk band, excuse me. Okay. Next
Who
tune.
wrote that?
Next tune. Who wrote Turn It Up?
Yeah.
Jim Ritchie with a T. Okay. Here's one that I am very pleased. It is a request. And I'm very pleased to know that there are 3 people in the world that like this song and would like to hear it. I'm one of them. Steve Minnick from my band. May we all live to play together in public again. Possibly in Jerusalem next year. And the requestor of this song. And now I've gone blank on which one of you RPI guys it was. Might have been Mitchell. Might have been Jim. Okay. Oh, it doesn't require a guitar. No guitar. No jacket required. Some friends and I in a public house were playing dominoes one night. When into the barman rushed, his face all chalky white. "What's up?" says Brown. "Have you seen a ghost? Have you seen me Aunt Maria?" "Oh, your Aunt Maria be buggered," says he. "The bleeding pub's on fire." "A fire?" says Brown. "Now there's a bit of luck. Everybody follow me. It's down to the cellar. If the fire's not there, we'll have us a grand old spree." So we all went down after good old Brown, and the booze we could not miss. We'd not been there 10 minutes, no more, when we were all quite pixelated. And all together now, there hung Brown, upside down, mopping up the whiskey on the floor. "Booze, booze," the firemen cried as they come a-knocking at the door. "Don't let them in till it's all drunk up," somebody shouted. "McIntyre! McIntyre!" And we all got blue-blind, paralytic drunk when the old dun cow caught fire. Well, Smith started over to the port wine tub, and he gave it just a few hard knocks. And he started pulling off his pantaloons, likewise his shoes and socks. "Oh no," says Brown, "you can't do that. That ain't allowed tonight. Don't go washing of your trotters in the port wine tub while we've got good Coors Light." And there hung Brown, upside down, mopping up the whiskey on the floor. "Booze, booze," the firemen cried as they come a-knocking at the door. "Don't let 'em in till it's all drunk up," somebody shouted. "McIntyre!" And we all got blue-blind, paralytic drunk when the old dun cow caught fire. Just then there came a mighty crash. Half the bloody roof come down, and we was soused in the fireman's hose till we was nearly sober. But we found some tacks and some old wet socks, and we tucked ourselves inside. And we sat there getting paralytic drunk while the old dun cow got fried. And there hung Brown, upside down, licking up the liquor off the floor. "Booze, booze," the firemen cried as they come a-knocking at the door. "Don't let them in till it's all drunk up," somebody shouted. "McIntyre!" And we all got blue-blind, paralytic drunk when the old dun cow caught fire.
Bill shouted McIntyre.
Okay. All right. I play one of my own tunes. This was such a relief. I'd had a dry spell for 2 years. But you know, that was 41 years ago that I wrote this. Oh my God. Another classic, but not yet an antique. It's probably a folk song by now, though. LeRoy comes in Around 9 in the morning, sweeps up the butts off the floor. Combs back the stray ones and smiles off the gray ones. Ain't got that many so far. LeRoy drops the broom, draws a short one, takes a look in the mirror, back of the bar. Combs back the stray ones and smiles off the gray ones. Ain't got that many so far. LeRoy moved out to the country, way back in Sugar Eye Falls. He's working too hard, dreaming dreams about the big time. Ain't going nowhere at all. LeRoy tells jokes with a bunch of the boys, laughing from under his hat. Serves a special on gin, tells a joke and throws again, slips out for a toke round the back. LeRoy sits with Eve, she puts her arm around his shoulders. She's in love, but she only gets part. He's got a nice touch, she don't ask for too much, and she beats out all the dents in his heart. Got a voice like a rusted out angel. It would just break your heart when he sings. It's like a good-hearted plowboy, like a broken-down cowboy, like a whole lot of hard-to-find things. LeRoy moved out to the country, way back in Sugar Eye Falls. He's working too hard, dreaming dreams about the good times. Ain't doing nothing at all. LeRoy had a band back in the city, and he gave every bit of his heart. No one else seemed to care about getting anywhere. The boys kind of drifted apart. LeRoy found a place, bought a pickup, dug a garden, and fixed up the house in the spring. Those slow, peaceful times, how they weighed on his mind. Sometimes he stared, not seeing a thing. LeRoy moved out to the country, way back in Sugar Eye Falls. He's a-working too hard, dreaming dreams about the big time. Ain't going nowhere at all. Offer comes down every season to take his guitar off the shelf. He says that old road life, you know it ain't no life. Keeps his true thoughts to himself. LeRoy burns his candle at both ends and the middle, but he faces his life without fear. He's looking for a band and a rock where he can stand. Just busted 30 last year. LeRoy moved out to the country, way back in Sugar Eye Falls. He's a-working too hard, dreaming dreams about the big time, ain't going nowhere at all. LeRoy picks a tune in the kitchen. Eve's waiting upstairs in bed. Just before sunrise, he closes those hazel eyes on the visions so clean in his head. LeRoy moved out to the country, way back in Sugar Eye Falls. He's working too hard, dreaming dreams about the big time, ain't going nowhere. Nowhere at all.
Colleen joined. Ed says howdy.
Okay,
Colleen says you sound great.
thank you. It's gratifying. Okay. Another request, by golly. I think I put this up. You know, it's an old one. It's a nice song. It's by Donovan in his very folky days. Donovan appeared and they said, he's gonna be the next Dylan. I guess you may judge for yourself. That's something nobody ever said about me. I was going to be the next anything. He's going to be the next Madonna.
Thank God you're not.
Not. This works, but flat picks want to get away from me. Put some caulk, a thin layer of caulk on this, and now it's sticking to my, my fingerprints. I feel like a gangster in one of those movies that put acid on my fingertips so they can't get they never know who did this job. In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I long to be in the warm hold of your love and mine, to feel you all around me and to take your hand along the sand. But I may as well try and catch the wind. When sundown pales the sky, I wanna hide a while behind your smile. Everywhere I'd look, your eyes I'd find. For me to love you now, twould be the sweetest thing, twould make me sing. But I may as well try and catch the wind. Rain has hung the leaves with tears. I want you near to hide my fears and help me to leave all my blues behind. Standing in your heart is where I want to be and long to be. But I may as well try and catch the wind. But I may as well try and catch the wind. And here's an Irish song, and if you don't know the chorus to this, which you may not, it's only, Film you to an IA, piece of cake. Everybody say that. Okay, it's not even that. But it comes by so many times that you'll learn it by the third verse. So there are about 12. And the idea, which I can never express to the band, the guys in my bed, Phil and Steve and Andy, and sometimes Paul, aren't entertainers. They are musicians. And the good part is, they got no special ego. They're sidemen. They love to be sidemen. I don't know about Paul. Paul knows the job when he's got one. Okay. But I can't get them. They're supposed to whoop this up. The more disaster that happens to the protagonist in this song, you're supposed to go, woo-hoo-hoo! Can't get them to do it. They just sit there and pick a million miles an hour with no expressions on their faces. I hope you've been whooping it up in the background with expressions on your faces. Okay?
We'll believe you are no matter what.
What she said. Come, single bell and bow, and to me pay attention. Don't ever fall in love, it's the devil's own invention. Once I fell in love with a maiden so bewitching, Miss Henrietta Bell out of Captain Kelly's kitchen. And me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie, oh me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie. At the age of 17 I was apprenticed to a grocer, not far from Stephen's Green, where Miss Henry used to go, sir. Her manners were sublime, me heart she set to twitching, and she invited me to a hoolie in the kitchen. And me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie, oh me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie. Next Sunday being the day we were to have the flare-up, I dressed myself quite gay, and I frizzed and oiled me hair up. The captain had no wife, and he was gone a-fishing, so we kicked up high life down below stairs in the kitchen. And me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie, me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie. Just as the clock struck 6, I sat down to the table. She handed tea and cake, oh I ate while I was able. I drank hot punch and tea till me sides it took to stitching. The hours pass fast away when you're Courtin in the kitchen. And me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie, oh me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie. With me arms around her waist, she slyly hinted marriage. To the gate in dreadful haste rolled Captain Kelly's carriage. Her eyes soon turned to hate, and poison she was spitting, as the captain from the gate walked straight towards the kitchen. Whoop! And me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie, oh me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie. Oh, she jumped up off me knees, full 5 feet up and higher, head right over heels, threw me slap into the fire. Me new repealer's coat that I bought from Mr. Mitchum with a 20-shilling note went to blazes in the kitchen. And me tooraloora, woo-hoo-hoo, tooraloora-laddie, oh me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie. As I grieve to see me duds all smeared with soot and ashes, a tub of dirty suds right into me face she dashes. As I lay on the floor and the water she kept pitching, the footman broke the door, walked straight into the kitchen. And me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie, oh me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie. When the captain came downstairs and saw me situation, in spite of all me prayers I was marched off to the station. For me they'd take no bail, though to get home I was itching. I had to tell me tale about the Courtin in the kitchen. And me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie, me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie. I said she did invite me, but she made a flat denial. For assault they did indict me, and I was sent for trial. Swore I'd robbed the house in spite of all her screeching. I got 6 months hard for me Courtin in the kitchen. Oh me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie, oh me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie, and me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie, me tooraloora-la, tooraloora-laddie, oh.
Just like to make sure you do Winnie if you can.
Okay, Joan and Curtis, who first asked for that. I'm getting a handle on Winnie the Pooh, House at Pooh Corners, and I will probably sing that next week. I'll be ready to. Okay, that's what I meant early on this. I'm catching up at an arrears, at a distance of 2 to 3 weeks sometimes, with requests, but it's very nice to get them. Okay, what we got? Here we got. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to move that cable. I'll have to retune now for 11 minutes. You know how you avoid retuning for every setting? And God forbid, tunings. You make like who did the concert with Judy Collins? It's back from
the guy with 17 guitars.
Yeah, the guy with the 17 guitars. That's all. You just bring whoever you are. You bring. I think he had 11. Maybe it was 13. And he had a guy that brought him out a different guitar for every song.
Gail and Bill went with us. Yeah,
Yes, Gail and Bill went, but they weren't.
They
did not have. They didn't have 11 guitars. They might have 11 guitars. We've got 8 or so.
3 requests when you're ready.
Okay, I am going to sing this song,
Stills.
which is a request.
Stephen Stills.
This is Stephen Stills.
Thank you, Bill.
He's still Stephen. Thank you, Bill. This is why I don't go on Jeopardy. I know a million things, and some really off-the-wall ones, and I know most of the answers on Jeopardy, as we all seem to. But if I were up there, if I were, yes, Alex, can I press the hold button? I'm one of those people that says, "Oh, that actress, what's her name? I know she was in that movie. What's its name? With so and so that she did so many movies with. You know who I mean." Sorry, we won't get to the last question. Dutchman's not the kind of man to keep his dreams damned in the jam. He holds his dreams in. That's a secret only Margaret knows. When Amsterdam is golden in the summer, she brings him breakfast and she believes him. When he says the tulips bloom beneath the snows, he's mad as he can be. She only sees that sometimes. Sometimes she sees her unborn children in his eyes. The Dutchman still wears wooden shoes. His cap and cloak are patched with the love Margaret sewed there. Sometimes he thinks he's still in Rotterdam, watches tugboats on the canals, and he calls out when he thinks he knows the captain. Till Margaret comes to fetch him home again, through unforgiving streets that trip him though she holds his arm. Sometimes he thinks that he's alone and calls her name. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuider Zee. Long ago I used to be a young man. Dear Margaret remembers that for me. Winter whirls the winds around. She winds his muffler tighter. They sit in the kitchen. Some tea with whiskey keeps away the dew. He watches her while she makes the bed up, singing some old love song. Song that Margaret learned when it was very new. He hums a line or two. They sing together. The Dutchman falls asleep. Margaret blows the candle out. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man. Dear Margaret remembers that for me. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man. Dear Margaret remembers that for me.
Party Gold got requested.
What did, dear?
Heart of Gold, as
Oh.
well as Guacamora.
Doggone. Somebody must be here from high school. Mr. Coolis, possibly. Anybody.
Steve Grogan
Okay.
is here.
Steve Grogan, hello. I'll have to play some industrial rock for a minute. Pay no attention to me while I do that. I love How Are Things in Glockamore. The high school senior play, class of '64, Culver City High School, Southern California, was Finian's Rainbow. And I auditioned for the Leprechaun. And they cast me as the villain instead, the senator, Senator Billboard Rawkins. And one Jeffrey Coolis, a mere underclassman, was cast as, I think it was, it was underclassman, wasn't he? Oh, let's see. That was the year there was all the snow. No, that was 92. 92 was the year that the pig ate the baby. I'm sorry, that's the worst quote I could come up with from Steinbeck. Okay.
Donna Madden
Okay. At any rate, I will go, and this will be my excuse to learn How Are Things in Glockamore, which is just a swell song. And I will do that in a week or two, how long it takes me to grasp it. And now, I know I was about to sing something. God knows what it was. What is the time? We have 16 minutes left nominally. Heart of Gold. Sure, we can just throw that off, except there's not a lot to it, is the unfortunate thing. But I will play you Heart of Gold, which is a nice Neil Young song, and okay, I will take this note to myself to pull back together my Neil Young medley, which I used to enjoy greatly. It incorporated 3 or possibly 4 songs. But there's this one, which is good to belt, you know. I wanna live, I wanna give. I've been a soldier for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting older. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood, crossed the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. Been a miner for a heart of gold. I keep on searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Tom Ryan is aboard. I think I said so before I addressed him. He is one of the 4 other members of our band in about 1970, the Wildflower Witch Family Acid Rock Bell Band. We lived in a striped house, black and white horizontal stripes on Santa Monica Boulevard. And later, to our great disappointment, going back, 10 years later, it had become a car wash. And I'm sure now it's a 5-story, condo. Okay. But Tom's there, and I'll tell you what, go to my YouTube channel. It's not called a page, it's called a channel. You just go to YouTube and put in Dennis DeSaro and scroll around on that page, and you will see a picture of this. The thumbnail is Q, the flying serpent, just because. And you will find a made-up, assembled video, and the soundtrack to that video is one of the 2 songs that we recorded at Capitol. Recorded demos at Capitol. Okay? So, is that some cred? Oh, well then how come you're sitting here on a bar stool?
Because everybody's home today,
Oh,
no matter
well.
who they are.
Okay, so there we are, and you can hear what we were doing in our psychedelic days. Now then, we got a little ways. All right, I will pad this out with a couple more tunes, okay?
Bobby Cajun was asked for.
Bobby Cajun?
Bob Cajun. By the Hip. Don't ask me.
Oh, I bet it's by the Tragically Hip. Okay, that's a hint from Steve Grogan to go listen to something besides Joan Baez. Okay, I will.
And look to the rainbow. Donna Madden would
Okay,
like that.
no, I don't know anything out of Finian's Rainbow, but I would undoubtedly like to learn how are things in Glockamora. Okay, but where was I? All right, I can't do those, but here's one that you were thinking of anyway. Another nice sing-along for you. Marque dos para español. Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba, se necesito un poco de gracia, un poco de gracia, ahí arriba, 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 arriba. Ba ba bamba, ba ba bamba, ba ba bamba, ba ba bamba. Yo no soy marinero. I am not a sailor. Yo no soy marinero para tu ese partiré, partiré. Ba ba bamba, ba ba bamba, ba ba la bamba. Yo no soy basurero. I am not a garbage man. Yo no soy basurero, partiré, portiré. For you I would be one. Portiré, portiré. Ba ba bamba, ba ba bamba, ba ba bamba, ba ba bum. Para bailar la bamba. Para bailar la bamba se necesita un poco de gracia. Un poco de gracia. Arriba, arriba, arriba. Ba ba bum ba. Ba ba bum ba. Ba ba bum ba. Ba ba bum ba. Uh-oh. And here's a Johnny Cash song that everybody knows, but nobody except one person in my life has ever asked for. That was somebody when the band was playing. And some not very old fella, young fella, of course, who's not, in the audience asked for this, and to our surprise, or maybe to his surprise, we knew it. People say, play some Johnny Cash. And sometimes we play this one. We say, here's one you're not thinking of. You want to hear Boy Named Sue. You want to hear Folsom Prison Blues. But you play this one, and they all go, ah, and they sing the chorus. Round my door the leaves are falling. A cold wild wind will come. Sweethearts walk by together, but I still miss someone. I never got over those blue eyes. I see them everywhere. I see those arms that held me when all love was there. I go out to a party thinking to have some fun. I wind up in the corner 'cause I still miss someone. I never got over those blue eyes. I see them everywhere. Miss those arms that held me when all the love was there. I wonder if she's sorry for leaving what we begun. There's someone for me somewhere, but I still miss someone. I never got over those blue eyes. I see them everywhere. I miss those arms that held me when all the love was there. When all the love was there. Nice song. You all sang beautifully. You've all done very well. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You got lots of thank yous.
Oh, golly. Okay, I'm just enjoying doing this. I am gratified to see you all here. Okay.
Carl Perkins.
Pucky. Okay. Carl Perkins. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Oh, do anything but keep off of my blue suede shoes. I would also like to notice that Dan Sverdlin is in, so 60% of the Wildflower Witch family are present at the moment. How about that?
That's probably more than was present when you were together.
Well, there's present and present, and I may say no more. Please say no more. Love it if you would, share the video, share the announcements, spread it out in the world, and that'd be cool. But this is cool. This is so cool. Okay. Yes. Oh, thank God for coronavirus. Never mind.
Behave.
All right. It's just a silver lining to. Oh, let's not go there. Okay. This is a parting song. This is a parting song, and it's a sing-along. It's a sing-along, yak back, all of that. And God willing, and the creek don't rise, and the doggone snow stops falling. See you here next week. All right. I want a stiffer flat pick for this one. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Oh, woman, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman I've ever seen. Well, I guess if you say so. Have to tackle things and go. That's right, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Woman, oh woman, don't you treat me this way, 'cause I'll be back on my feet someday. I don't care if you do, 'cause I'm understood you ain't got no money. Well, you're just no good. I guess if you say so, honey, I have to pack my things and go. That's right, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more till next Sunday. Don't you come back